was asking for loop iterable object also asking. I'm requesting to all of you, especially for other batch students, please read what is iterable object. Iterable object is the one which contains more than one value. Non-iterable object is one which is containing only one. Only one. So that is the Python terminology, not NumPy related. To learn NumPy, data types is compulsory. Please have that and then do it. Very soon, I will give my just 1 or 2 days. I'll be today attempted to post it. I got a server error and I'll try to create one separate link for that and I'll try to put my complete notes. Already I'm having the notes with me. For other batch students, I want to give you. So if you go to recent batch, I'm having part 1 and part 2 notes is there with a full of concepts plus so many number of coding examples. So please do that. So I will very soon I will post it in the form of zip file. You extract that zip, you'll get topic wise concepts, programs, you know how I used to send it. Okay. Suppose if it is a Python with Oracle communication, Python with Oracle communication, you will be getting notes, complete notes will be coming, complete notes, steps with the steps and all explanation for the steps. All those things I will give if it is already completed. And all those coding programs also you will get it. Coding also. These are all called coding programs. These are all called. See how many coding things. And one project related thing also. Project related thing. Source code also I will be giving to you. This is the thing I will be sending students. Take it and then try to practice it. So let me move to the another thing called what? What is another one? Once off. I will go for once off. So take it once off. So here I'm going to take up once off. So here I will write it once off. So Ashok, give notes concept wise. Okay. Concept wise only they are available. They are not available different. So you need to, as a student, you need to follow it. Okay. If you belongs to the exact class, you will come to know. Because Ashok did not ask me, sir, write a notes and give me, sir. If he asks me, write a notes and give, because I don't have that much time, my dear student, I'll send you the notes to try to take it. And now I'm going to the once. What is the use of zeros matrix, students? To go for example like addition of the matrices. I will take the resultant matrices. Zero matrix, I will take it. Suppose I want to take it multiplicative identity. In your Python coding level, I want to find the product of n numbers. Product of n numbers. What is the initial product? For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my numbers. This is the first example, natural number sum. Natural numbers sum. Natural numbers sum. This numbers, product I want to get it. Product I want to get it. Product. So, product I want to get it. Product. To get the product, what is coming here? First one is coming. Next two is coming. All the numbers are coming one by one. So in order to multiply these numbers one by one, initially I need to have one product value or not. What that product is? So you are going to say PROD is equal to 1 and you will go on doing like this. What is this now? Product is equal to product into what? 1. You can also write the same thing as what you know. Product star is equal to what? I. You can write shorthand operator also. You can write the shorthand operator also. Like that, I can write it what you know. I can write it here 2. I can write it product is equal to product into 2. I can write it 2 also here. I go on writing this product so that by product is equal to 1. I am accumulating my total product and finally the answer is coming. I used to teach this type of model of programs in our regular Python classes. But these are simple numbers. So I took a simple number called what? 1. Like that, in our data science related supervised learning concept, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning algorithms are there, where you are getting the data in the form of matrices. The insights of the given problem coming in the form of matrix. That matrix values are going to be prepared by using this type of functions which I'm explaining. Zero matrix, ones matrix, like that. One more thing, last and final, some students asked yesterday, how we can use matrices in our application. For example, linear algebra, you take it. 2x plus 3y is equal to 6 and 6x plus 4y is equal to 2. Find the value of x and y. How we used to prepare, if you have any mathematics knowledge, 2, 3, 6, 4. And what are the constant values here? 6 and 2. I will take one unit matrix here and I will do determinant finding and everything. There is a lot of stuff. You might be knowing that. So this linear algebra, I am converting into what? Matrices format. So in that case, you will get our classroom notes only will be useful to you. Okay. So coming to the point of it, now I am entering into the another concept called what here? Once. Once matrix, once function will with completely all entries with one. Completely with one. What is the syntax here? What is the syntax? Variable name is equal to numpy dot once of come on shape comma d type shape comma d type. So go to the place of it, variable name is equal to once of shape comma what d type. All the syntaxes you need to remember. How syntaxes are important, we can't imagine it. So what is the syntax of array? Variable name is equal to numpy dot array of object comma d type. What is the syntax of a range? Variable name is equal to numpy dot a range of value, a range of start, begin comma end, over, that is over. Next, begin comma end, a range comma begin comma end comma. You can take d type also, you can take, and you have seen the examples on that area. Understood? Right. So by seeing the syntax, by buttifying the syntax, if you keep it quiet and if you go to interview, nobody will ask, write a syntax. You need to have syntax in the mind and you need to write the coding for that. So how this is going to be, this shape can be, what is this now? 1D. This shape can be 1D and this shape can be 2D. What is the 2D contains? Already I said rows into what? Columns. And next is called what? 3D. What is this now? Number of matrices, comma, number of rows, comma, number of columns. 4D, 5D in industry, not there. Not there. Even though they come, we know cluster number, number of matrices, number of rows, number of columns. You know that? Well, so only 3D. Even in the 2024 also, 3D only available. There is no 4D, 5D will not be coming. When you become expert, you will design 4D, 5D also because you are experts now. So coming to the point back, now I am going to enter into the ones matrix. Now I want to design a matrix like this. So case number one, I want to design. What is that? A is equal to, A is an ND array. I want to get the matrix as like this. 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1 like this. How many entries are there? 6. What I will write here? 6 I will write it. That is called 1 I will write it. 1, 6 I will write it. So that 6 ones will be filled in the ND array. What is this variable name is called ND array. So to get this output, what I will write it? NP dot ones of 6 I will write it. 6 I will write it. D type we will check it. Understood? Well, now I want to go for case number 2. Case number 2 is what, ma? A is equal to, if I am looking for like that, what is this now? Here I am going to write it. 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1. Again I will write here, here I will write, 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1 I am writing it. 1. I will close it. This is close. And one more closing I am going to, opening I am writing. One more opening I am writing. Already you know this process. This is known as what? 2D. 2D. How do you write this? Come on, fast, everybody. Yesterday you are done. NP dot ones of 2 comma 2. 2 comma 2. What is this 2 comma 2 is called? Rows and columns. That are filled with what? 2 rows and 2 columns filled with what? Ones. Like that I will go for what? 3D also. If I write, the next case is called what, next case is called 2 comma 2 comma 2. What is happening? Two matrices with a 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows and 2 columns. Easier. So what is the use of ones? Ones function. It will build ND array object with completely ones. Let us have the look at that explanation coding level. So here I'll go to this place. And remembering syntax is most useful to you. You have to remember it. And in our Python class, every topic syntax I used to explain, implementation steps that will be coming in the notebook notes which I'm going to send you. So here I'm going to take up. Here I'm going to take up. What is this now? Once, and I will explain full also. I'll explain full also. I'll explain what linspace also. I will explain in this case linspace examples. So let's go to that. So now I'm going to use create an object of come on ND array by using ones of ones of spell out like that slowly. Import numpy as np. If we go to this place now np, if you go to normally without this ones, if I go to normally, you have to take a list with the six ones, 1111. Later you need to convert into what? ND array. It's a time consuming process. So I do have that. Directly I'll go for np dot ones of 6. I will write it. 6 I will write it. Print of, I'll print that. I'll print the content here. I'll print the content here. Star 50. Star 50. And the print of, I'll say here, content of, content of a content of ND array. ND array. I will write \n and I'll say print of what? A. And whose type also I will print it. And after that, students, I'll print its a dimension and everything that you already know. Dim is equal to A dot what? Ndim, Ndim. And next is called what, shape also I will write it. Shape. Yesterday, some student asked, what is the shape and the dim difference? Dim will give you what? Huh? Dimension. Okay. What is the shape? Row comma column format, or number of matrices comma row comma column format, or total number of elements. So like this. What is that? Number of elements comma. This is called always 1D. You when they ask about the shape now, directly go for example you give it. Because if you don't have the power of expressing your subject, you give direct example, no problem. Because they will appreciate your knowledge because you are giving explanation of coding. Row comma what? Column. That is called what? 2D. Number of matrices comma number of rows comma what? Number of columns will give you what? That's all. So not a difficult. You say that part. What is this now? Shape. So print of what? Size. So I'll write it here. Size is equal to A dot size of A dot size. These are all called attributes. So let's close this part. Already you have done it. And so run this code. So you are getting it. Content of ND array. 1.1.1 is coming. There is nothing but what is the D type? Float. You want to print a D type also, you can have it. So D type, data type. And one good question yesterday came. What is the difference between type of and D type of? Type of will give you what, ma? Data type of object. Data type of object. D type will give you element D type of that object. Of that object. Data type of this class is what? KVR. Type of this class is KVR. Each and every student type is something like Prasad, something like Shankar, Uma Shankar, like Ashish. These are all called what? Type of the students. They are all part of my KVR object. Are you following? Type will give you data type of object. D type will give you elements of the object type will be coming. It's a good question. So try to run this now, students. It is going to be float 64. What is the float 64? I forget. Can you tell me? Internal data type of C language. Internal data type of C language showing in the Numpy. That are all not necessary to remember. But one thing you remember called what? Object. What is an object? Is a super type of all the types. Okay. Right. Similarly, I will go for the same thing. I will mention it is what D type is equal to comma. Where is it? D type. I will write it D type is equal to what I can say? Int. D type is equal to int. So here I am getting what? Int type here. All of them are int type. Are you following me? This is called the single element we are going to say. Now I'm going to say next part of it. Create once matrix. Here I will write it in the top of it. Create an ND array. Create an ND array with a two dimension. With a two dimension. With a two dimension. How do you go for it? I will take it 3 comma 3. D type is equal to what? Int. What is this 3 comma 3? 3 rows, 3 columns filled with what? Ones. So dim is 2, shape is 3, and size is called what? 9. Int type is 52. Clear up? Similarly, it's very easy, not a difficult. Create an ND array object. Create an ND array object with what? 3 dimension. And I will go for what 2 comma 3 comma 3 comma 3. 2 comma 3 comma 3. How many matrices? Right. Come on. Like this. So it is going to be called as what? Two matrices. Each matrix contains what? 3 rows and clear up. Right. Done. So 3 dimension, all these things 18 into 32 only getting it. So coming to the point of it. And Mr. Who is that now? Mr. Shravan Kumar is asking, sir, once will give you float values as default. That only we said. That only we said. By default, it will give you what? 1.0. 1.0, and you are already well aware of it. 1 can be represented as 1.0. Int value is always subset of what? Float value. Int value is always subset of float value. Girls, on other batch students, and don't look at, sorry, not looking at, only boys side looking at, because these are important. If I don't look at them, they will look at the coolers, how they are working and all. So girls are little sincere. If I don't look at the side, you will watch it. If I don't look at them, they will look at the phone and all. That's why 80% here I will look, 20% I will look at this side. Rarely. Because girls are like that. Am I correct? Correct? Okay, good. So no more discussion here. When I'm talking about it, you have to maintain silence. You know our rules and regulations. Okay, students, come on to the point now. This is once function. Are you able to understand? Well, online students respond. Is it clear, all of you? Is this concept is clear here? Right. Respond. So 600 plus students are there. You need to respond it. Now I will move to the further. Another type of function I am going to take up. Once function. Keep it aside. I'll give the description. I'll show the description for you. Next time entering another kind of function. What is the next function? Come on. Full off. Full off. So coming to the point back to full off. There I'm going to write it. Here my requirement is completely okay, students. Thank you. Now we are responding well. Try to continue throughout the entire class. When I once I completely filled with what? 0. Earlier 0. Now I want to completely filled with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that, whatever the element I want to fill it. Do you have twos function? TWOS twos function, threes function, 4s, 5, 6, 11, like that. I want to fill the value on my choice. I want to fill the value on my choice. That time I'll go for what? Full of a function, I will go for it. I want to fill the value. I want to prepare the value like this. What I want to fill? 2, 2, 2. Like this, 2, 2, 2, like this, I want to fill. I want to fill like this. How do you fill? I want to print KVR. I want to print KVR. Like this, I want to print like this. I want to print like this in this case. How can I fill this value? Whatever the value I like it. So I want to go for 2 rows and 4 columns on my choice. How to fill this data? For that, I will go for what? Full function. Let us take it. How do you take without full function? Take the value which you want with a full of matrix. Take 2, 2, 2, 2, some 6 twos you take it, convert into ND array and apply the shape or reshape. You will get the twos matrix. Correct? Now, why do you go for the 3 steps procedure? Why don't you go for what? Direct procedure. For that, I am writing the syntax. Variable name is equal to numpy dot once, sorry, full of. I am writing shape comma fill underscore value. Fill underscore value. Spell out. And the next is what? D type. D type. What is the fill underscore value? Which value you want to fill, you will mention it. These are called what? In functions, what these are all called? Formal parameters. In our functions, how great? Positional params, keyword arguments, default arguments, variable length arguments, keyword variable length arguments, those many things. Why I said that much deeper? Because to understand numpy, pandas, scipy, data science level, any function come, just left hand, left finger. Like that, I gave the functional level concept for you. Understand? Come to the point of it. Numpy dot full of shape comma fill value d type. So how this works? Shape can be 1D, 2D, ND. Fill value can be on your choice. You need to fill that, and you need to mention the D type also. And variable name always going to be called what? ND array. Throughout the entire NumPy, total data is organizing in the form of what? ND array object only. Understand, students? Let us go to that. Go to this place. Now I'm going to talk about create an object of what? ND array by using what? Full of. Now I want to go for it. Import. Come on. NumPy. Import NumPy as NP. No need to take NP. You take as your name. Your name also you can take it. Your name you take it. But people will go for what? Rhythmic name they will take it. Rhythmic name. So NP. Now I'm going to create a matrix with full of entries 2. Entries 2. How many? 6 elements. 2 I want. 6 elements. 2. What is the fill value? 1. 2. ఎవరో 6 చెప్తున్నారు మీకు చాక్లెట్ ఇస్తే ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు చెప్పింది 6 who said 6 here I want 6 entries with what 2 what is the fill value 2 how many entries what is the 6 already syntax I said in my explanation only there is a concept I want 6 entries with a value 2 what is the 2 fill value what is the 6 which is shape 1D 1D, 1D, 2D, ND. Fill value is what here? 2. Let's apply. Come on. A is equal to NP dot full of 6 comma 2. 6 comma 2. 6 comma 2. You don't try to buttify the example. What is 6? What is the 2? That is called what? Parameters. Parameters. Okay. Now I will print. I'll print just a comma type of a. Type of a. As usual, if you like it, you carry. If you like it, you carry this. Because that is always we are using. It's boring like. So we are getting what? All 6 are coming. What is the D type? Into 32. Into 32. That means by default, which data type they are taking? That means internally what they have written, int 32 they have written. Int 32 they have written. What is this concept called? Default. Default arguments in our functions. Everything is function only. Learning Python is another word, learning about module with functions. In the day one, I used to tell in the Python classes. Okay. Coming to the next part of the same thing, I want to go for the same mechanism. In this case, I am writing here, comma, what I am writing now? Float I am writing. Float. D type is equal to float. D type is equal to float. What is happening now? You see 2.2 point is coming. What is this now? Float 64. Are you able to follow? Now I want to go for creating an object like this. I want to take it. What I'm going to take it, I want to take the element called 8. Element called 8. So I want to go for it. Are you able to follow this now? Yes. So coming to the point back, here I'm going to enter into that end array. Here we enter into that. So Sai is asking a question, sir, difference between method and function, please. Method is nothing but a subprogram. Function is also called subprogram of main program is called function. Program of main program is called function. If I write that subprogram in functional programming, it is called a function. If I write the subprogram in OOPS, in the classes concept, that is called a method. That is a method. I used to tell in the concept of what? OOPS. If you go to my regular classes, 6 p.m., that is a batch which is completed. Here OOPS is there. Under the class concept, if you come, under the syntax of class, if you see, generally all the faculties will complete the OOPS in 1 or 2 days so that it will be OOPS. Generally. But OOPS I will discuss in my class almost what? 11 to 12 days I used to. This is a syntax of a class. Class level data members, instance method name, class level method name, and static method name. Decorator is almost available here. What is instance method? Here we call it as an instance method. And what is this is called method will come when you are writing the function inside the class. Function when we can call when we write a functional programming, because Python is one of the functional programming as well as object oriented programming. Are you following me? So as far as the logic is concerned, same. If a function present in the class, we call it as what? Method. If a function present without class, it is called a function. Right or not? A student having an ID card of the company is called what? Employee. A human being having a company ID card is called employee. A person who doesn't have the ID card is called what? Air Force badge. And don't think that even I don't have the ID card, you don't have the ID card. I have ID card in my packet. And don't think like that. And it doesn't mean that all people need to have ID card, even sleeping time also, not like that. So just I am talking about it. Just a small example I am trying to give you. But are you following me? When you come to my programming, when you come to the OOPS level, types of methods, if you see, instance method, class level method, I used to give the description like this. And our OOPS classes, I used to tell. In our regular classes of OOPS also, I used to discuss. Come to the point back. So, come to the point, Prasad, you don't worry, come to the subject. Now I will go to D type is equal to float. We got it. Now, next I'm going to discuss about another type of value I am taking. What is the value I am taking? I want to take it 6 values of I want to go for KVR. D type is equal to what I am taking? Beautiful. STR. D type is equal to STR. So I am going to get it only. The value is going to come like this. It is only coming K only coming this many times. So I hope that I need to write like this. I hope so. So let us coming to this place now, students. It is going to give you only one letter is taking. Only one letter is taking. So maybe this is giving a problem like this. So take this data, something like this. Here I am going to take up D type is equal to STR, also taking K. It is going to be taken one letter only at a time it is taking. Let us have one look at this. Don't worry. For 1 minute, give me a time. I will go for changing it. So here I'm going to take it as what? Int. If I take it as int, entry called what? 5 is coming that many times. Are you able to follow? Now I'm going to enter into the further, creating an object of with a value called like this. I want to go for one more type of value. One more type of value we are going to take, because I will explain here there one concept is available. There is a type conversion function. I will take it. I will explain. There is a function called as a type. There is a function name called what? As type. So slowly I will explain all the points in the class. Don't expect all at once in the class. There is a function called what? As type. There I will explain. There I will show you. Nothing to worry. Here I am going to enter the type called what? 3 comma 3. The value called what? 5. It is going to build what? 2 by that is called a 2-dimensional with a value called what? 5. So the value called 5 is coming. Are you able to follow? So coming to the next of it, I will go for this is my data, which is going to be showing like this. Similarly, if we go for 3-dimensional here, I will go for as type and take it as what? 3 comma or 2 comma 3 comma like this. The value called something like this. I hope you are following, students. So here the value called what? Full. Now you can also write it something like this. What is that you see? I will write it here. Fill underscore value. Fill underscore value is equal to what? 9. I can write like this. Fill underscore value is equal to what? 9. So this is called what? Keyword argument. This is also keyword argument. You can also mention something like this. Are you able to follow now? So this is called which function here? Come on. Full of. Full of. What is the syntax of the full of? Shape comma, fill value comma, data. So we know the functions here. Array of, a range of, zeros of, ones of, full of. This we are having complete knowledge about. Each function is having its own significance. Now I am entering the most frequently asked question in interview level is linspace. I can miss some of the functions, but if I miss some of the function, definitely that question will come if your luck is not good. So out of 17, if I learn 17 out of 17, you'll get full marks. If I miss any one of it, if that is coming, if your luck is not good, that time you'll lose the opportunity. Or so if you don't read, that is a different story, but I want to tell you almost everything in the class. Now I will go to the linspace. I am going to explain. Linspace, I'm going to talk about it. The function name is called linspace. So the purpose of linspace is the first full form. You are expecting full form. Linearly spacing values. Equal linear spaced value is called what? Linspace functionality. Linear spacing means what? Equal interval of value. Equal interval of value. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. What is the equal interval there? 0.5. Starting from where? 1. Suppose ending with 4.0. What is that 4.0? Ending. What is the stepping there? Come on. Like that. I need some values. I will write the linspace function is used for creating an object of ND array with linear spaced values. Spell out once. Full will display a value which you are preferring. Full of that values will be coming of 2 by 2, 3 by 3, etc. Once, complete ones. Linear spaced values also looking like what? A range function only. But A range function difference is what? It is a +1, +2, +1, -2. That type of range will be there. But it is going to contain. Linspace is going to provide equally linear spaced values. It will come in the form of integers as well as what? Float values. Let me write the syntax. Let me write the syntax. So there I am going to write it. Variable name is equal to numpy dot linspace. I am writing linspace. Here I am going to take some parameter, students. Of course, remembering parameters is definitely difficult to the student. For that, I will show you today one help documentation I will open. Help. Even I used to show in our Python classes also help of list and all those things. So here I am writing start. Spell out start, which is not a new for you. It's a very beginning of the Python. Start means what? From where you start. That is the open interval. Do you know open interval? Open interval, close interval, you know? You know, you don't know. If you don't know, I will tell. If you know, I will continue. You know, you don't know. Huh? మళ్ళీ చెప్పాలి అట్లా. No, sir. Knowing, not knowing that like. If you mathematically, okay, my dear student, I'm telling, just I'm seeing the symptom of offline students. Knowing or not knowing. When I'm saying knowing means they are just bending their head because it's a danger guy, you will ask questions. So here I'm going to write start. This bracket indicates that included, comma, stop. It is saying that closing bracket, like a double brace. It is known as what? This is called open interval. Open says what? Included. Close says what? Excluded. If I write it, 1 comma 5, if I write it, 1 to 4 only will come. 1 to 4 only will come. And don't try to apply our indexing slicing concept. If you apply for this one, and that one, this one, it will become some Python, not become original Python. 1 comma 5. This indicates open interval, that indicates it is included. Even it is the general mathematical terminology. When you see the help of the Numpy documentation, you will come across. This 5 is included or not included? With your programming, you can include even the last one also. You can include the last one also because programmatically I can mention it. Let's start here. Start, comma. Come on. Stop. Next after that, when I am mentioning linspace of start, linspace of 1, comma 5. When I write linspace of 1, comma 5, between 1 to 5, how many equal linearly spaced values will come by default? That is an important. Are you following me? Equal number of linear spaced values. How many will come? By default, the NumPy documentation says that 50 they said 50. And between 1 to 5, linearly equal spaced values will come how many? 50. It is a beyond the calculation part of the programmer. Can you write a list of values which are equally linearly spaced between 1 to 5? Difficult for you. You may write it by taking half an hour or 45 minutes, but programming will give you what? Quickly that values will be coming. How many equally linear spaced values will come by default? 50. I'll show you the documentation. Num is equal to 50. Num is equal to 50. What is the num is equal to 50 called? Default value. Default value. Are you following me? Next is called what, you know? After that, one more type of is there. End point is equal to. End point. End point is equal to. It is taking bool value. Bool. When the subject is increasing, so many parameters will come. You have to remember all the parameters. Like a doctor giving a tablet, writing in the prescription, before food 10 minutes, after the food, before the food, morning, after. Now doctor knows because doctor is an intelligent. Take the tablet means you will take, okay, you will say. After going to home, you will get a doubt. After food or before food. Again, you will go back because that doctor is a Shankar Dada MBBS. So that's why doctor should give prescription properly. Now start. End point is equal to what? By default, you are having, this is the value called bool will be there. Here by default, what will be there? Bool. If you don't want end point to include, but the closed interval, if you want to say, you need to write what? False. Are you following me? I'll show the example. Next is called what? Next is called what? Return step. RETSTEP. Return step is equal to bool. Bool also. Return step means what? Between two evenly spaced value. How much is the difference? That also you can find out. That will give to me. And the next is called what? D type is also there. What are the parameters? Start, stop, num, endpoint, and return step, and then what next? D type. These many parameters you need to remember. So here num is equal to 50. Next is called what? Endpoint is equal to bool will be taken. Bool means either true or by default what it is taking true. Next is called return step. Return step is also taking what? Bool. Return step by default what? False. Because it won't give the return step. Return step means between two values, how much is the linearly spaced interval. Come on, next is called what? D type is equal to some float or something is there, but you don't worry about it. So coming to the point of it, num, all these things I will go for this. Sir, how to remember this? Now I'm telling more practice, you will automatically remember. Remember or not? When I go to your mobile in settings, what is there? Will you explain me or not? Come on, you will explain. 100% you will explain. No, but you cannot explain. Why you are explaining the mobile settings? Because regularly when you close your eyes, open your eyes, mobile only. Now come to the point back. Go to this place, Python environment, Python command prompt, run as administrator. Look at, come on, import numpy as what? NP. See, my dear student, help. Come on, NP dot linspace. Linspace only, function name only. Linspace. What is the linspace? First of all, ma, print of np dot print of type of np dot linspace. What is the type of linspace? Hmm? What is the linspace? How they defined, ma? Already I used to tell in our class. Ashish, wrong answer. D of linspace, linspace, first parameter, second parameter, etc. They used to write the define the logic. This is called what? Linspace is called function name. Every function name in Python is what? Object. Object of which type? Function type. Forget. But intelligent student only. But forget. Not reading. So see that answer now. What is this is going to be? It is a linspace. It is an array function dispatcher. This is called one type of what? Function. Where I used to teach in functions only. Every function name is an object or not. Which type? Function type. Now I'm going to take up the helper. So come on to the point of it. Help of np dot. What is this now? Linspace. Linspace. My dear student, don't get tension by seeing that. I'll make you to understand one by one. Help on. What is this? Numpy linspace. Come on, linspace. I'm giving a prototype. Prototype means what? It's a complete syntax. Come on. Start, stop, num is equal to 50. How many linearly equally even space will come? 50. End point is equal to, that means 1 comma 5. If I say 5 also included or not. If you don't want 5 to include, what I will write? Yes. Return step is equal to what? That means it won't give you what is the difference between the linearly spaced values. If I say true, that value also will come. D type is equal to what? This axis is equal to 0 and all those things, you don't worry. Because when you come to the further, I'm talking about, do you know graph? Do you know graph? Do you know? Really? Right. Okay. Now laughing also, by yourself laughing. What is this is known as? What is this is known as? X-axis. What is this is known as? Y-axis. Okay. In you know that. Okay, your childhood is good. Now, what are these called? There are some points on the x-axis, y-axis or not. What they are called? What they are called? Don't know, sir. ఇది తెలియదు మనకు. This we don't know. ఇంత సీన్ లేదు మనకు అసలు. This much scene is not there. That are called x-ticks. Spell out. X-ticks. These are what? Y-ticks. This I'll explain in the matplotlib. Matplotlib. How can I show the performance of a student who has written a 10th class examination about the bar graph? Unit test 1, unit test 2, quarterly, unit test 3, 4, annual, and half yearly progress I want to show in the form of what? Horizontal bar graph or vertical bar graph. Understand? Horizontal bar graph, vertical bar graph. And academic performance of 2023, 2024. I want to show the performance evaluation in the form of data visualization. That are called projects. When you go to an interview, you can say, in my Python, in Matplotlib, I did this type of evaluations. You can show that. You have to preserve in the notes. And this course, some case studies I'll tell you, you preserve it. Go to present in front of the interviewer. They'll appreciate. And this is called what? This is called while ticks. How to set the X limit, Y limit, I'll tell you. And this is called what? This is called what? Z axis. Have you done Z axis in the schools? No. So we will be talking about what? Z axis also. This is comes under what? Matplotlib data visualization. I'll tell. This is called what? Axis is equal to 0. Axis is equal to 1. Axis is equal to 2. We are going to discuss this axis parameter concept. Right now, don't worry about the axis mechanism. Okay, na? So I'll tell you, axis is equal to 0, don't worry about it. Divide is equal to none also, no use of that. Let us start about the linspace. Come on, explanation I am giving it. Start the parameters. What is the start? What is the start? Starting value of the sequence. And I'm making you to learn the documentation, how to learn by yourself. Next is called what? Stop. Array like. Come on. End value of the sequence unless end point set to false. Once you set false, that end point will not be covered. It is closed interval. In that case, the sequence consists of all, but the last num plus one, evenly spaced sample, so that stop excluded. Note that step size changes when endpoint is false. When endpoint is false, definitely evenly spaced values will differ. When end is equal to true, endpoint also considered, evenly spaced values will be differing. I'll show all the examples. Come on, next num here. By default, how many? 50. You can say int. It is an optional because already they mentioned what? 50. So number of samples to generate. Default is what? Must be what? Yes. Next is called what? What is the endpoint? If true, step is the last sample. Otherwise, it is not included. I'll show you that. Next is called what? Return step. Return step. What is that? Goal. If true, return samples step, where step is spacing between two samples. 1, 0, 1.5, 2, 2.5. What is the step? Return step 0.5. That I'll show you. T type can be any of your type. It depends on your type. You can take it. Now I will go to the example. Shall I show you the example? Let's go. Let's go. That syntax is there. Now I'm going to create. I'm going to take it. Create an object of what? ND array with what? Lin space. Lin space. Come on. A is equal to import. Already it is there. Numpy as what? NP. A is equal to NP dot lin space. What is the syntax? Start comma, stop comma, num comma, end point comma, read step comma, d type comma, axis comma, device. When ask even when you are sleeping, what is the lin space you should answer? Ask tomorrow when I come to the class. So it's not like that. Come on to that point. What is that now? 1 comma 5. If I write 1 comma 5, what is that? Start, stop. What is the num I am not specifying? When I am not specifying the num, how many samples of evenly spaced? 50. Come on, more. Print of A, comma what? Type of A. See that 50 evenly spaced values are printing. 50. And don't see only output. Don't see only output. Here I will write it. LN of what? A. How many? 50. What is that 50? Num. Num. Now I will go for, here I am going to say, here I am coming to, next what? Num is equal to what? 4. 1 to 5, 4 evenly spaced values I want. What are the even spaced values between 1 to 5? 1 to 1 to 1245. So here I am going to print it. What is this now? Comma, comma. So here, what is the value here? 1, 2.3333, 3.666. Next is called what? 5 pointer. How many values are getting? 4. 4. This is called what? Evenly spaced value. Next I will go for what? Another parameter. Suppose I want to have 10. I want to have 10. How many evenly spaced values? 10. Between the first number and second number, there is some type of evenly spaced return step will be there. I'll show you that also. Let me go for further. Let me go for further. Here I will take the number called 4. Come on, next up. End point is equal to what? False. Here end point is called true, correct? Now I am writing end point is equal to what? Which value will not be coming? 5. 5 will not be coming. So what is this? End point. End point. In our Python level, we got it. End point. But we are writing end. Is it receiving unexpected argument or not? So you need to write it. Okay. First you understand the subject. So end point is equal to what? So what is excluded? What are the values I want? 1, 2, 4. What are the samples? 4. The 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Are you getting it? Next, I will go for creating 10 and 10. I'll go for what? 10. I'll go for 10. Go for 10. Samples are how many? 10. So what are these values are coming? 1, 1.4, 1.8, 2.2. Like that, how many samples are coming? Next, one more thing I will take it. Come on, next. Come on. Return step is equal to what? True. Return step is equal to true. Return step is equal to true. If you want, you can print a comma, return step RS I will write it. A you are printing, RS you are printing, RS you are printing. Are you following me? What is the RS value? Come on, 1, 1, 1 plus 0.4, 1.4 plus 0.4, 1.8 plus 0.4. Like that, this is called evenly spaced interval or not? Yes, in simple sentence, if you don't write this num is equal to 10, if I don't write num is equal to 10, what is the value now? End point also remove and only return step is equal to what you are writing? True. How many samples? 50. What is the end RS value? You see the RS value. Are you following that? That is the interval between two samples. That is called a return step value. I hope you are following. I'm going to take it here. I will take it, the value called 10, and here I will write it. End point is equal to what? True or false, whatever you like it. False. Return step is equal to what? True. What is the answer is coming? Between 1 to 10, 10 is excluded. Between 1 to 10, what is the return step? What is the number of samples? 50. Here, if you want, I can write it what? Num is equal to what? 10. Like this. Now I'm going to take it. Extra comma. So, did you understand the meaning of num is equal to 10? Did you understand the meaning of return step? So, this is known as which concept? Lin space. Very, very important. Regularly asking question in interview, what is the use of linspace? They will ask you, how do you generate evenly spaced between 1 to 20? How do you find the linspace interval? This point is very, very important. I shown the documentation for you how to verify. Are you able to follow? Yes. Now go to the next. Linspace clear? Now, for a moment, I want to show you students just a small documentation here. Otherwise, you will think that sir did not give the notes. A range function already you know, especially for what I am saying, linspace. Please observe all of you syntax. This is the final notes I am giving. Come on. Variable name is equal to numpy dot linspace of start comma, stop comma, num comma, end point comma, return step, d type. So come on to the point of it. Start. It represents starting value of interval. Starting value of interval. Starting value of interval. Come on, next term. Stop. It represents the stopping value of interval. Next term. Num. The amount of evenly spaced sample over the interval to be generated. The default is what? 50. Default is 50. Next endpoint. It's true value. It's true indicates the stopping value included in the interval. Return step, this has to be a Boolean value. It represents a step and samples between two consecutive numbers. D type represents the data type of array times. Look at, I'm going to take up, for example, I want to do a survey. I want to do a survey. What is that? The Department of Police decided whether we have to keep the traffic constable in that particular junction or not. They have certain rules. For every 1 second, multiple vehicles are coming. According to their parameters, they will allot or not, they will decide. So I will take the time of what? First 1 hour. What is my ending hour? 2 hours. First, second, 1 to 2, I said. 1 to 2. In that middle of it, how many vehicles passed through that? Some of the people are counting. Between starting time and ending time, some number of vehicles are passing. They will find the frequency of vehicles are passing through that route. They will find what? On and average, in a regular interval of time, how many vehicles are passing? Is it not called linearly spaced vehicles are passing over there? That is used in where? Data analysis level. Are you getting my point? So these are all comes under what? Supervised learning algorithms in data science you will come across. I don't mind to explain that algorithm. If I enter into that algorithm, one algorithm will take 3-4 hours to explain that algorithm and where you can get this. Day one only I said, you learn how to use programmatically. When you go to the algorithmic representation, automatically you will get the thought of using this. I think you are following me. So I said the simple example of how the analysis will be done. So I will noting down in a peak hours how many vehicles are passing, in a normal hours how many hours are passing, on and average in a day how many vehicles are passing over this way. That makes me to understand whether we have to keep a traffic signal over there or not. That decision is going to be analysis part. So what is the coding over there? Lin space concept. Are you following me? So that point we are going to use it. So here I'm going to use it into the point of it. Lin space is clear up. So I want 60 linearly spaced values between 1 to 100. I want 60 linearly spaced values between 1 to 60. How do you write it? NP dot lin space of 1 comma 60 comma num is equal to 60. That's all. Don't write end point is equal to false because 60 also I need. If you want to find out the return step, you can write it. That is in between two intervals, that is the frequency of the difference. Are you getting my point? So students, I hope that lin space is more clear. It is a regularly asking questions in interview point of view. And zeros function already you understood. And next I'm going for ones also you understood. Clear? Fine. So if we go to this place, you understood array of a range of zeros of ones of full of lin space of. Now I am entering into one more question called I. I. I am entering into the concept called what? I. Before that I want to tell you about identity. Identity, I want to go for it. So in matrix only, there is a matrix called A into what? I. Into I. I stands for what? Identity matrix is equal to A into I or I into A is equal to A. Same at 0 now. Okay. Please go to school once. Okay. So Any matrix is multiplied with unit matrix is going to be called as what? Come on, same matrix. Any number is multiplied by 1 is called what? Same number. Any matrix is multiplied by unit matrix, it is going to contain what? Same matrix only. So how to design the identity matrix? That is our concept. Identity of function will be going for identity matrix. What is the identity? Any matrix which is containing. First of all, identity matrix is a square matrix. First of all, identity matrix is a square matrix. Kaushal, voice is not coming. This is the biggest problem. Is my voice is clear? Is my voice is clear? Okay. Hold on for one few seconds. Now just hold on. His voice is clear? Now clear. Is it clear, everybody? Now it is clear. So my screen is also looking good. It's now correct. Now it is, now I'll move to the further. Now see students, sometimes you will be getting some voice problem will be coming because internet is not in our hands. Are you answering all the times correct answers? Huh? Sometimes you have to adjust for a few seconds. So now I'm going to enter into lean space. Okay, students, when the net is not giving or some breaking voice breaking, I'll repeat the topic. Don't worry about it. I'll repeat the topic. Don't worry. Come to which matrix now? Identity matrix. Identity of. So this identity of function is used for generating unit matrix or identity matrix. What is the identity matrix you have? First of all, identity matrix is a square matrix. Square matrix. I am taking 1, 0, 0, 1. What is this matrix is called? 2 by 2, 2 by 2 identity matrix. Square matrix is nothing but number of rows is equal to what? Number of columns. Number of columns. And this part is known as what? Principal diagonal we can call. This part is called what? Principal diagonal. And all the principal diagonal elements must be 1. And the product of principal diagonal elements will be always 1. Suppose if they are coming across 2, 0, 0, 2, this is not a identity matrix. This is not an identity matrix. Are you following me? Now I will go to the 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. What is this matrix? What is the order here? 3 and then 3. What is this 3 is called? Rows. What is this 3 is called? This is called N. They indicated as N. And they indicated as what here? M. What is N? What is M? So in identity matrix, what we need to mention? Is it mentioning N and M? Only N is enough. Either N or M is enough. Can I show the help now? Once again, identity matrix is what matrix? Square matrix. It require either row or column. If I specify, it will prepare rows and columns same only. Understand my point? Yes, sir. So the syntax is like this. Variable name is equal to numpy dot identity of n comma m is equal to what? None. And what is that next? D type. D type, any D type, what they are having, we will look into that. Shall I use it now? So what is the identity matrix is going to be? Last 3 members. Stand up. Stand up all 3. Last 3. Explain or what? Sit down, you are good. That person also stand up. Take your books. Get lost from here. Get out. Get out from here. You don't know my classroom protocols. Simply coming and sitting here. Come to the point. Variable name is equal to, first of all, to understand the class, you must have some stuff in the body. You need to know first ABCDs. Without knowing ABCDs and keeping chimpir juttu and sitting in the class, nothing will happen. You have to have some stuff. Understand that. N comma M is equal to none and what? D type. What is this N? Number of rows. M is equal to what? None. And no value will be specified. If I don't specify the NA value, that N itself is taken as what? Square matrix. And the D type I will be taking. Right? Go to the place. Now I'm going to use it. Create and create ND array object. Create an ND array object. ND array object by using identity of identity of identity of. So come on, go to that, import numpy as np, a is equal to np dot identity of. Identity of, I will write it, 2 I will mention it, 2 I will mention it. Print of what? A, and then type of A, type of A. You can call your dimension and everything. That is going to be natural. That is simple also, not a difficult. So I'll go for keeping here, keeping here. So this is the one. Try to see. So you are getting what? 1.0.0.1 point. What is the D type? Float. Now I want to create what? Identity matrix with what? Like this. Come on, here I will write it what? D type is equal to what? Int. D type is equal to int. See that? Is it printing like this or not? Yes. Now I want to create an ND array with 3 rows and 3 columns. Simply go for what? 3. 3. What is this 3? 3 rows, 3 columns. That is called n value, which is going to be n and m is going to be same value will be taken. Right? So need to see that these values are taken. Are you able to follow? Now, coming to the point of it, like that you can take it. Any kind of things you can take it. Here I am going to enter into that. I will write it something like a 6 I am writing. 6. So there is a matrix called 6. This is going to be called principal diagonal elements. All these elements are called what? Principal diagonal elements. All of them are called what? One only. Below the principal diagonal elements are called what? Lower matrix. And above is called what? Upper matrix we can call. Watching mobile and talking to each other means they don't know any subject. They're always out of order from subject from almost many years. If such a student sit in the class only for counting purpose, not for useful. Don't think that all things in the universe are useful. Some things are useless only. Like that, sit in the class and try to get the good subject. So here, upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, and principal diagonal elements are what? Now, later, advanced form of identity matrix is called I function is there. Suppose I want to prepare an identity matrix here. Here I want to prepare. I want to prepare an identity matrix at this level. I want to prepare an identity matrix only in this level. I want to prepare an identity matrix only in this level. Wherever I want to prepare the identity matrix. That is called what? I function, which is a flexible to what? Identity function. That I will go to the next step called what? I. Look at that. I am going to give you. These are giving examples also, student. Lean space num is equal to something like example they are giving. Go to the next help of what? NP dot identity. Identity. So what is happening? Come on, here. Identity of n. P type is equal to what? Star. Star means what? All. That is called variable length arguments. In our Python, we used to talk star. Star star. Keyword variable length. Suppose if they don't know, when I say star, they don't know. They will look here and there. Bitter chubul చూస్తున్నారు వాళ్ళు. That candidates need to send outside. They will enjoy outside. I think you are following me. So in this place, if you look at examples, immediately you come out is going to be like this. We are giving simple like this. What is this matrix? What is the D type? like this. Are you following me? Advanced to the identity matrix is what? I function is there. That will be the next part of this function. Next part of this function. That is the I function I will tell in the tomorrow class. First, if you know identity preparation of the matrix in any part of the matrix, that can be done by I. That I will go for the next level. Next level I will go. Here I am having identity matrix. This function always build what? Or variable name is equal to numpy identity n comma d type. Here n represents either we can take rows or columns. PVM takes n into n matrix, that is a square matrix unit or identity matrix. I hope you are understanding the meaning of unit or identity matrix. Are you able to follow? Right. So up to here, we talk about what? Identity function. What is done discussed? I function, H stack, V stack. In next class, I will introduce. So when I am going to explain ND array, I will tell only two functions are there. These are only two functions I can say. But we don't want, you know how depth we used to discuss our Python classes. That's why for some of the people, when I go to Python, it will bounce. When they bounce, they will look at here and there only. Because they don't understand what they can do. Brain is not enough to hold my subject. That's why first to sit in this class, they must have some knowledge. Some capacity must be required to understand the subject. Then only can follow. Otherwise, everybody cannot understand. They need to have some basics. So I said that. So tomorrow class I'll go for H stack, V stack. Later I'll go for random distribution concept. I'll explain. Okay now? Right. Students, and one more announcement I want to say. And some of the people are having some class after this, it seems. Some different classes are there, it seems. I don't know. Management said yesterday, stop the class at 7:30. So I want to stop the class at 7:30 because you are having some class to total time. But the sync class is there, it seems. I want to stop daily at 7:30. I want to stop. Class is at starting time and then ending is 7:30. I will close it according to the guidelines of the management. Right. Thank you, students. Carry on. Tomorrow class will meet it. All the best. Students, any doubts you have? Mr. Soy,
Python notes today, sir.
Sai,
Sir, can you please share your Python notes today?
today no more. Give me 1 or 2 days because I need to have a proper drive to hold that entire notes. I'll give you that. Okay, na? Don't worry. I said na, I will give compulsory. Okay, na?
Okay, okay, sir.
Right. Next, Siddhartha. Dear students, once if I explaining the same thing again will take lot of time because I'm showing everything very systematical in the coding part. That time you have to attend. By joining late, if you ask again explaining, that will take lot of time. During listening time only, you must be carefully need to listen. Siddhartha,
Sir, can you once again explain the shape size nine dimensions, sir? Sorry, sir.
no,
Hello,
no,
sir.
I did not get you what you are speaking.
Sir, sorry, sir, but can you explain endim shape and size once again, sir?
Endim I am explaining so many days onwards. Dimension it will give you. If rows and columns are there, it will give 2. Number of matrices, number of columns, number of rows is there 3. If only row format is there, it is 1 only.
Okay, sir. Size and shape, sir?
Size will give you total number of elements in that ND array.
Okay. Shape, sir?
Dimension. If 2 means what? Rows, comma, columns will be given.
Okay, sir.
Next, another student is Ramakrishna, VSS.
Explain linear space, sir. How the
Space.
evenly spaced elements will come? I didn't understand so properly here.
1, comma 5. Total number of values are 50. Equal number of values are dividing and they are going to display. Here, num is equal to 4. Between
Yes,
1 to 5, 4 evenly values. Here it is shown.
Yes.
Such a beautiful examples I explained. 1, comma 5, num is equal to 10. 10 evenly numbers are there. To find that equally number of values, I used a return step is equal to true. That return step value 0.4 is coming.
Okay, sir.
Linearly spaced values. Floating point values, linearly spaced values. With return step also coming here.
Okay, sir.
So next student is Nagabhushan Rao.
Value it is mentioned or not in linked space.
What is that?
In linked space, return step is by default frequently changes randomly. I want a specific return step. It is possible in linked space.
Return step is equal to true. The library itself is given. Return step is equal to true is going to be changing.
Okay, sir. By mention specific value, it is not possible.
Not possible. It is taking bool value. How it is possible to specify the value?
Okay, sir.
That if you want to go for a range function is there.
Okay, sir. Based on num, that will be changes the frequent value.
Yes. If you want to fix that range, you go for what? A range function.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. Next, any other students? So Ramakrishna, I hope his doubt is clarified. I think any doubt is there, Ramakrishna?
No, sir. No, sir. Okay, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am. Okay, students. Right. Okay, students, take care and don't miss the next class. Very, very important. All the best. So tomorrow class, don't miss it. Important session, students. So Neha, linspace type I printed. Linspace return type I did not print. Linspace return type I printed. You see here. Linspace return type A. A is what? ND array only. It is printed here. You are getting misunderstanding. Linspace returns ND array only. Okay. Here it is there. Okay. Fine. So Farin, I did not announce anything. I announced that class is up to 7:30 because management announced that class is at 7:30 only, not up to 7:45 or 8 o'clock. Because they said yesterday 7:30 only class is. So 7:30 every day class will stop. That management said to me. Right. That is only the announcement. Okay, students, take care. Don't miss the next class. Very important tomorrow classes.